Do that.
Another win, but who's counting?
Venture past the palisades at your own risk. There's no guarantee of safety out in the wilds.
Beautiful view from these cliffs. Real long way down, too. Zarans. They may be small, but they'll overwhelm you if you're not careful.
Quick and quiet.
This is the Hengen's place. Or was. It's the Zarup's now. Unseen, unseen. Anything juicy? Maybe it has something to do with that wall painting in the other room. Let's check it out. I'm no art critic, but I've never seen a mural like that. Looks like an elf and Zarup holding hands. What do you see? Why don't we ask Hengen about it? It's her house. She ought to know something. What's that Zarup doing out here all by himself? A friendly Zarup. Don't see that every day. Of course, you don't see them fighting their friends every day either. I don't speak Zarep, but it definitely answered you. Wait, isn't that... Oh, too late.
Tell him you got... Good one! Here we go! Nothing like a win with a good team. Give me a target.
Keep up the good work, soldiers.
The chief is dead, isn't it? I felt it. This is awful. like something is squeezing my chest. I'm sorry, I owe you an explanation for all this. That Zorip and I shared parts of our soul. At least that's what a mystic told me. I thought the only solution was to send it back to the wheel. Now I realize I was wrong, and it's too late to fix it. I've heard twins say that losing their sibling is losing half of themselves. Is that true for souls, too? You're right. I should have never let it come to that. Never mind that. You have helped me so much, and I'm wallowing in self-pity. Here, take this. I hope the gods watch over you more than they watched over me.
Build another palisade just like the last. When this one falls, what'll you Aedyrans do then?
Die alongside you, probably. You fall, we fall. Is that such a thing?
If the stone wall...
Oh, look, Parody's in that. When he got the resin.
Incoming Zarops. Show me what you got. Nice. For you! This one's mine. Oh, no, you don't.
You're mine now! Didn't stand a chance! Nice shot! Even Pargrunan walls can't stand against this place. Pargrunan built these. Careful. Looks like spiders. Take your best shot! Aim where? What's the target? What am I hitting? Here it comes. Where's my mark? Give me a target. What am I hitting? Coming in hot. I was just getting warmed up. Wilds are getting deadlier by the day, but people have to eat. Point for you!
A rot seeps through here. Who poisons us? We cannot see.
Oh, didn't used to. To be this overgrown. I can take care of that if you want. Ready, aim. That's a bad way to go.
Nice!
Show me what you got!
Point for you!
Stand back.
Next one's mine!
It breathes. It is close.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after. Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Don't! Hey! Over here!
Take that, you monstrosity! Well done! Poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers. I never even learned their name. Not that it would have done us any good. Oh, my savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely. Ambassador Falchion Heelguard at your service. And you must be our Imperial envoy. Better late than never, I say. keep it close until we're back at the embassy. I prefer to take bad news in the comfort of my office. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted? I found it pays to be prudent about the company you keep in Paradise. The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores.
Hey, not with that attitude.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business with the Claviger? Poor fellow. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late. I expected flora and fauna, not a ravenous monster. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a strange corruption moving toward the city. The changes in the ecosystem are expected, but this one was progressing too rapidly to ignore. We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that creature gone mad. So, the rumors of plague were true. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
What's the matter? Can you hear me? But you... Very well, if you say so. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it. You know something of our troubles. That much is clear. What would you have us do?
Right behind you.
Oh, just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
It is you. Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. We were drowning in our nightmares for so long. Your hand was a branch. Escape! We reached for you. And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured. But you too are alone in your strangeness. A rot eats at the foundation of this land. Corruption seeps into the soil. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear. Poor us. Poor you. Yes, the air sings with its spores. It is everywhere. We can feel it. We fear it. We can see where it spreads. It is an infection. A foreign body invades. The host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do? Nurse it, care for it, grow it like the vines. We were loved once, perhaps. We remember, almost. A thought, like motion in the water. The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow in its place, and we could give you the gift of our healing touch. But a favor for a favor. Would you help us in return when we ask it? We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide, do you wish this power or not? A favor for a favor then. This place shall heal, and you shall know our power. We tire. New again this world, new again words. We will find you soon.
Incredible. Envoy, I don't know what you did, but that was miraculous.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail. You must be sensitive to the spirit world. Some are gifted, or cursed, with such talents. Inquisitor Ludwine will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwine is obsessed with our security, sees enemies lurking around every corner. Your interests are more aligned than you know. But while you and I answer to the Emperor, Ludwine and the Steel Garrote answer only to themselves. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the favor. Good. That might just save your life. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia give you free passage into the city. Envoy, what you've done here is truly amazing. Let's keep up the good work, eh?
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this. Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that there. Can she? You are full of surprises, Envoy. I'd heard godlights have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove. Guess your Emperor really did send the right person for the job, huh? Still, you have your work cut out for you in Paradise. Enjoy the calm while you can.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back.
Old fella who used to live here ended up in one of those shanties by the dock. Now I see why.
This one's mine. That's one for us.
In Rawattai, you don't abandon good supplies. I wonder what happened here. That looks valuable. Want to do the honors and open it?
Heard you killed that bear. Time to resupply? Time to resupply?
Welcome to Dawnshore, Traveler. My name is Dagerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat. If you're looking for a weapon or a shield, talk to Valter over there. Just don't expect much.
Greetings, friend. You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry, Valter is here. I don't know what Dagerda told you, but I stake my reputation on every item, and that does still mean something. Oh, that's no mystery. My ex-wife is nothing if not direct. That's a personal matter, my friend. Suffice it to say, she thinks I threw away something important. And I say I didn't! I'm sorry, I don't buy... That's it. That's my amulet. Dagerda gave me this. We had a fight, and she accused me of throwing it away before we left Deerwood. I did bring it with me, but I lost it while I was out, procuring more wares. I can't believe you found it. How can I even thank you? You don't know the weight you've lifted from my heart.
You say the militia have closed Paradise to newcomers. So I sailed all the way from the Eastern Reach, if you can believe it.
That's far enough, Outland. Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for himself. I'm your death, swift and subtle, like a blade in the dark. And this here is Pod.
Hello!
Well, I can see which of you two is the poet. Unfortunately, you're both short on common sense.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city. Keep talking and it'll be my fist you catch, Outlander.
Boss, maybe this ain't such a good idea.
Shut up, Todd. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal. Pot isn't going anywhere. Are you, kid?
I don't know. Everyone stop talking to me like I'm a child. I'll fight you both if I have to.
That's the spirit, kid. Get the envoy first. We'll settle this after. Ha! Let's make it quick. You're not the only one with places to be.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
That all you guys? Nice. Good fight. Now. That all you had? Good one.
Hope you don't mind spiders.
Aye, aye.
Ready, aim.
Stand back.
Fucking quiet.
Here we go. Another down. One for you.
Ready, aim.
Aye, aye.
Despite the name, the Living Lands isn't an easy place to make a life, but it breeds resourcefulness.
What does bootleg wine have to do with animancy equipment?
Hide it under the wine and nobody will look for it. Honestly, it's not a bad plan as smuggling operations go.
How did you get in there?
2 guards, wine, and a dead body. There's a story here.
Not anymore. We have the situation in hand.
Bon and I caught this man trying to load a crate onto the lift. Turned out, he was smuggling animancy equipment.
So we've closed this lift down, as a precaution. You didn't know it was off limits at the time.
Now you do. We'll never get ahead of these smugglers unless we cut off their routes. In the meantime, sorry, you'll have to go back to the main road.
Haven't searched him yet. We were only meant to be keeping watch, you understand? You're welcome to take a look if you think you'll find anything useful.
I'll ask you to refrain from using the lift, though.
Well, since you're the envoy, I suppose we can't stop you.
But if you bring so much as an Aedyr stone with you, we'll find out.
Gilgard. Doesn't seem like the kind of man you'd send to the frontier, does he? You seem much better suited to it.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown. Good morning.
Welcome to Paradise, envoy. The ambassador's expecting you.
Envoy!
You should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here? A space within emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage, a prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive. Worse, you died. Someone cut short your span. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind. As many as the beetles and worms in the soil. But we do not want that. We could send you back. Just this once. The minnow can slip the fisher's net, even while the prize remains. And the fox chews its leg off to escape the hunter's snare. It is the only way. We will use our waning strength to free you. Then you must find us. Free us from our prison. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands. You're alive, somehow. That's what counts.
Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill. That's what everyone in Paradise is asking. The streets have been less murderous since your ambassador and his guards took up residence. But your assassination is bound to upset that uneasy peace.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died. A resistance to poison isn't a resistance to the beyond.
What does this mean for him? Should he expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible.
Ah, look at us, rambling on like you're still a bloodied corpse.
This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul. One who sees into the spirit realm, speaks to the dead, and knows the past through their eyes. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job. Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the Watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you. Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy. Apologies. Paradise is a bit of a maze, especially to newcomers.
Don't worry. I know my way around. Which is why I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up. Your troops are going to be on edge until your killer's found, and some of us still have to live here. Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone. And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
Hey! I had a dream about you.
Any injuries I should know about? No?
In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside.
godlike. Interested in saving a couple of lives? So, you're that godlike, the Aedyran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the strangle root, right? I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Aedyrans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand? I know this is strange, but they're in a rough situation and, well, to be honest, they helped me out a while back when I needed it. I'm just trying to return the favor. Galarde. Lawfled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of Aedyrans. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then you'd struggle to find an Aedyran in the city. Now they're everywhere. Well, let's stick to the matter at hand. Anyway, with all these Aedyrans coming in, Lawfled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Aedyrans in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Aedyr.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink. Ah, but you can. There are herbs in the wilds around Paradis that can restore Gladwine's sight. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Aedyran envoy, for the hero who braved the strangle root, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima. Many thanks, envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Landits. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork. No. We had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes. Thank you, envoy. God bless you.
Tragedy. Recently arrived envoy from Aedyr was assassinated just inside the front gates. Killer is still at large. A captain from the Valian Trading Company seeks a criminal known as Trevik. Trevik and his crew are believed armed and deadly.
You died. But you're here. Gods, you've got some god looking out for you.
Envoy, is it really you? I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel? and yet you rallied your spirits and reported for duty. Your dedication is admirable. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. You said you had a missive for me from the Emperor? Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Aedyr Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation. With that, I have better news for him. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles. Trust me, we'll get to that. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities. Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. At least rebels know the meaning of negotiation and compromise. But a plague kills indiscriminately. Though, even I must admit, the rebels have gone too far. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
All the more reason to strike first, or so the thinking goes.
Whatever their reason, we have to retaliate for the good of the Empire. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the Living Lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisian rebels must face justice. True, but you can't investigate the Dream Scourge if you're dead.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the Living Lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another. An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
soul bones would...
Wow, it's really you! I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs. My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. But no place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass. Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.